What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here and welcome you all back again to another video here today on the channel. Today we talk the talk and we talk some transfers. So stay cool, relax and enjoy. So today I want to cover three main stories that I've seen throughout, well, all newspapers and online reports. And the first one is Aubameyang moving to PSG for allegedly 60 million euros. And to be honest, it will be quite a bargain for PSG. PSG gaining, let's say, one of the top goal scorers in all of European football last season is just impressive. And just for 60 million, I would expect at least 20 more on that fee, around just 90, 80 something. But 60 million doesn't seem like a suitable fee for someone like Aubameyang. But if Dortmund is willing to accept that, it will be one hell of a shot for all fans of, well, Dortmund, because all the players leaving and you could sell Aubameyang for so much more. So if he moves to PSG, Aubameyang could be allowed to compete against all of the other top strikers. Perhaps in the Bundesliga is completely overshadowed by Lewandowski, some first may say that, and there's no other team where he could go there in the German league. In Real Madrid, I'm not sure if they are willing to pay for a striker right now, seeing as Benzema has had this resurgence in form and also having Isco and Bale. I don't see that would be the best fit. Barcelona, he's definitely not gonna get into the top front three. And then you could see in England, perhaps he may have a spot for Manchester City, but Alexis Sanchez seems as he's going to go to Manchester City. So perhaps Aubameyang may not be suitable in that place as well. So being perhaps the top player in one of the major leagues in football, the French league, could be something very nice for Aubameyang. We could see that the French league could also get this huge income on money, because we see other teams like Lyon, Marseille, Lille getting a lot of money in from their investors. So it's definitely going to see, and I think that the Ligue 1 is going to basically rise a notch and perhaps become one of the major leagues here in Europe. Not only one that you just take care and presence for teams like Monaco every season here and there, but now it's going to be I think it's going to be a really good league that could be competing against all majors in Europe. So now Aubameyang being the face of that entire league could be a very smart move for Aubameyang. So perhaps he should go there, but in my opinion he should remain at Dortmund. So next up I want to talk about one of the major Liverpool summer transfer targets, and that's Mohamed Salah. Apparently the Egyptian winger has agreed a move completely personally to move to Liverpool, to Anfield. And to be honest, it will be a very nice move if he goes there. We could see that Liverpool were missing someone with very fast, tricky pace, and with Mane being gone off, if not only in injury, but also to the African Cup of Nations. Now Mohamed Salah would be a very good player to come in those situations. If Coutinho leaves to Barcelona, which in my opinion is a bad move for both parties, because in Barcelona, I don't see really where Coutinho could play in Barcelona. I don't see it. But well, if Mohamed Salah decides to come into Liverpool and Coutinho goes to Barca per se, he could play also on the left wing. We could see that Mane can also play in that position. He were playing as well that same position in the left wing for Southampton when he was at the club. And Mohamed Salah has also played in the left wing, so they could alternate to see who could play in the best of that in that position. In my case, it will be a very good move for Jurgen Klopp's team. I think Liverpool will be benefited massively, because not only they're going to get a very good winger which is entering his prime. He scored 19 goals and got 12 assists with Roma. 19 goals and 12 assists with Roma. That's a directly involved chance of at least 31 goals or more. Yeah, 31, I think. My math is not that bad. 10%, yeah, 31 goals created, 31 chances created, 31 directly involvements in a goal. So that's quite impressive for Mohamed Salah this season. He has been outstanding for Roma. Roma has scored the most goals ever and got the highest points in the Serie A. So you can see that Roma were really performing this season, and a big part of that was Mohamed Salah. And now with Spalletti going and perhaps getting a new manager in, Roma is perhaps going to see a new transition phase. Perhaps not a big one, but just one which will allow players like Mohamed Salah to go and find new steps in their performance and new steps in their entire, career. If he moves to Liverpool, he's definitely going to grow his name a little bit more, and it's going to prove Chelsea that he was able to perform in this scenario. He's going to be able to perform in the Premier League, and that's going to be huge if Mohamed Salah actually performs in England, and then he demonstrates everybody that they were wrong. Mohamed Salah with Liverpool will be amazing. He reminds me of players like Marco Reus, perhaps not as much because he's a little bit faster, but he has that ability to just cut inside and perform tricky passes, cut with very good 1-2-1-2s, and then he's going to be able to finish immensely, sort of like what Marco Reus also does with Dortmund for that left hand side. Mohamed Salah has been doing it in the right hand side, but like I told you before, he can play easily in that left hand side. And I don't know, this would be an amazing signing for Liverpool, and I think this should go through, and I completely agree with this move because Roma can easily get someone like Domenico Berardi in, who will perhaps have what they should gain from Mohamed Salah, but I also need to remember you that a fee has yet to be agreed for the Egyptian player, but Liverpool and Roma are in discussions, so this move could be happening perhaps later in this transfer window. And now the final major story I want to talk about with you guys is that apparently Griezmann has committed his future to Atletico Madrid. We know that Atletico Madrid has been upheld of their ban, which is something that I'm really furious about. Barcelona, well, let me start from the beginning. If Atletico Madrid signed a player, I think he was 17 years old for the youth categories, and they were not allowed to do that by UEFA, or 16-year-old, something like that, 15-year-old, I don't know. But he was signed for their under 18s or under 23, something like that, and they were banned for 2 seasons without basically any signings. Real Madrid also had the same, and Barcelona had that previously. Barcelona, in the middle of their ban, actually went out to UEFA and asked them if they could buy players, and they actually allowed them to. This meant that even though they bought Arda Turan and Alexis Vidal, they were able to be unregistered, and then they will be able to be allowed in the summer. And that's something that Real Madrid has been uplifted afterwards. Real Madrid had the same ban as Atletico Madrid as Barcelona, and both Barcelona and Real Madrid got their bans removed. But in this case, Atletico Madrid has the ban retained, which is something that's really surprising. I don't know exactly the situation, but it's exactly the same ban, exactly the same punishment. And if both the UEFA is allowing for Barcelona and Real Madrid to have their bans uplifted, why not have Atletico Madrid as well? They're becoming one of the major powers in European football, and it's going to be very furious of me. I'm not going to talk about racism or segregation, I don't want to take it to that level, but I mean, it's quite demotivating to see UEFA just completely going ahead and just supporting the bigger teams in the European stage. I think that Atletico Madrid should also be treated in the same way, and that's something that I'm really furious about. But what happens with this? What happens is that now Antoine Griezmann perhaps like to stay with Atletico at least for half or 6 months when the transfer ban is finished. And this is because now Atletico Madrid, if they were to sell Antoine Griezmann to Manchester United, for instance, they wouldn't be able to allow to sign someone like I said. They could sign him, but he won't be able to play for at least 6 months. And then, like I said, why would he go in Atletico Madrid in that case? You have other teams like Arsenal, you have other teams like even perhaps someone like a Dortmund if Aubameyang were to leave. They're going to need a striker, a major striker, and like I said, is that player. So why would he go to Atletico Madrid and just wait there for 6 months? Wouldn't make any sense. It would completely stagnate his career in where he's in prime form. In the other hand, I think Antoine Griezmann would see like a complete enemy. He would go for a bigger team with more money, and then he's going to leave basically Atletico Madrid in shambles, just with Gameiro, Ángel Correa, and Fernando Torres as a major striker in that team. We know that Atletico Madrid like to replenish strikers. They also get a striker wherever they had. They had previously Falcao, no, it was Forlan, Falcao, Diego Costa, or Agüero, Diego Costa, and then they had Griezmann, and it seems now they're going to have, like I said, at least for now, but with the transfer ban they couldn't do that. So in my case, Antoine Griezmann should remain for Atletico Madrid for at least six more, how do you call it? 6 more months. Sorry, my mind is out. But in the other case, Manchester United could sign another player and just completely let off Antoine Griezmann, and that player could be Andrea Belotti. I don't want to get too much into because there hasn't been much development, but Antoine Griezmann for me is a really sad move because I really wanted to see him on a Red Devil shirt on Manchester United, stepping up in Old Trafford, but it seems that he's going to stay for another half a season at least with Atletico Madrid. So guys, if you have enjoyed the video, please remember to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, but most importantly, I want to know what you think, so leave those in the comment box down below. I'm BugaLuis signing off, and I see you in the next video. Take care, ciao.